So today the moon goes into Sagittarius, bringing us a little bit more perspective. The last couple of days, 2 or 3 days, the moon has been in Scorpio, where we've been feeling things and things are moving under the surface. So there are things getting worked out inside of us that we don't necessarily have words for, can't really understand. It doesn't necessarily make sense. But we might feel the way energy is moving or transformation is happening inside of us. And so Scorpio is a water sign, and water signs are about energy and feelings. So that's what's moving. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, August 24th. And just after midnight, my time, the moon goes into Sagittarius. I'm on Pacific time, United States. Los Angeles is a good city for comparison if you're looking to convert to your own time zone. And so with the moon going into Sagittarius, we have this ability to shift into a little bit more philosophical perspective. So where things have been felt under the surface, energy moving, it's mysterious, it deals with things that we can't necessarily understand or explain. Then with the moon shifting into Sagittarius, we get a little bit more of that perspective that allows us to see and reflect on and make meaning out of what has been unfolding. So it's like when you go on a journey and you're in the middle of it and everything is happening so fast and you don't have time to stop and take a breath and think about what it all means. And then you get on the plane to go home, and and that's like the Sagittarian moment where you get to like sit there and kind of go over everything that's been happening and start to see the patterns, start to see how it has impacted you or how it has meaning that shows up for you. So again, a little bit more of a philosophical perspective. And so with the energy of Sagittarius, we can start to make meaning. We can start to tell the story of what is happening, how it has meaning for us. What is the story? What is the truth? How is the pattern of what's happening getting translated into something that we can sum up, right? It's kind of like a conclusion or a summary. Not that it is just only one thing, because often it might be many things, but many conclusions, many summaries, many points to the story. But no matter how that works out for you, it's a little bit more of a perspective on what's been happening, and you can be a little bit more philosophical about it. So Sagittarius allows us to tell the story of who we are, and that story might be evolving. It might be a different way that you're seeing yourself or your life. And so with the changes that are happening and the focus that we have during this particular moon cycle on self-expression, creativity, how we share and shine in the world and offer our gifts and share our essence, share who we are, we get to, move through the different moon signs, as I've been talking about in recent videos. And with the Scorpio energy of recent days, it's been sort of unfolding in terms of energy moving inside of us. And now as the moon goes into Sagittarius, we get to have more of an understanding of why that happened, what was happening, what it means for us, and what that means for how we share our gifts, how we express ourselves creatively, how we share and offer our essence, our light, shine our light in the world. And so that Sagittarian energy is helping us get a little more perspective on who we are, how we share our gifts with the world, how energy has been moving inside of us, and how we can share that. Now, of course, yesterday we had Mercury stationing retrograde. We had the moon forming its first quarter, which is, 1 week after the new moon. So it's not like that's an unusual thing. It happens every month, but that's the point in the cycle when we're being asked to sort of take charge, decide who we are, make some decisions about what's important to us and how we want to steer our ship, right? The ship of our life, and get it on track, on course with the direction we want to be heading. So the Sagittarius moon comes sort of on the heels of some of these ways of thinking about our lives and what's important to us. With Mercury going retrograde, we also have, I've been talking about this critical voice that might be showing up. So it's also the ability to improve on, so it's just an opportunity to look at what you're doing, how you might want to do it differently. And with the Sagittarius moon energy, sort of an ability to see that big picture and explain or understand more what you're seeing for yourself, how that's unfolding, how your creative process is unfolding. And then the opportunity with Mercury retrograde to say, what do I want to work on? What do I want to learn? What do I want to get better at? What do I want to do differently? I mean, like, there's no reason why that has to be a bad thing, right? Like, it's really cool to learn new stuff. It's really cool to think about how we can learn and grow and do things better. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the way we did it before. It's just like, it's this amazing ability to be in the present and go, wow, here I am in the present. What do I want to do next? What do I want to work on? How do I want to work on things that are going to help me to share and express my light, my truth, my creativity, my essence? So those are some of the questions, and Mercury is going to be retrograde until the middle of September. So we've got, that normal three-ish weeks period with Mercury going backward, where we have an opportunity to review, reflect, deepen into some thinking without having to have it all, it's like the process of reviewing or reflecting on where we're at. And the Sagittarian moon energy can also bring in, for the couple of days while the moon is in Sagittarius, it brings in this ability to sort of see the big picture and look at what is unfolding for us and how it might impact us or have significance for us in our journey, in our process. So think of yourself as getting on that airplane after you've been on an amazing trip, and just like, what would you want to write in your journal on that airplane? What would you be reflecting on, or what would feel significant or meaningful to you about what you've been through, in recent days, but also in the bigger picture? Recent months is even worth reflecting back on. And then the Mercury retrograde, Sun in Virgo energy, because Mercury is retrograde in Virgo, the Sun is in Virgo. Also, Mars is in Virgo. So lots of this Virgo energy that wants to be of service, that wants to be helpful, useful. So asking how you can be useful and helpful with what you have to offer, what what you're good at, what you can do. So some food for thought there for today. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because that helps support my work. And I have a tip option if you would like to further support what I'm doing here. I do offer these videos at no charge. So if you feel moved to provide a tip, that is always helpful. Thank you again. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. and I have options for working with me. So that's another great way to support me and my work. So check it out, astrologyheals.com. And it's a win-win because it can propel you into living your best life through this wonderful information and the ways that astrology can support us in our healing process and our soul's journey. All right, thanks for being here. I'll see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. And that's it for today. Bye for now.